As the United Arab Emirates sends F-16s into Jordan now, it ramps up the pressure on ISIS and begs the question, what is the end game? Dr. Jasser is the founder and president of the American Islamic Forum for Democracy and author of A Battle for the Soul of Islam, an American Muslim patriot's fight to save his faith. Dr. Jasser, good to see you.
It's nice to be with you, Frederica. Thanks for having me.
So what should the world's Muslim leaders be doing to stop ISIS from further warping Islam?
Well, there's two things. First of all is the military target. You cannot defeat groups like ISIS ideologically. These are savages, militants that will only stop when they are stopped militarily. So we have to unite. The coalition has to strengthen. And you can't get rid of ISIS without getting rid of Assad. They are a byproduct of the Assad genocide against the moderate Sunnis, like our families in Aleppo and Damascus, while the radicals have been left to thrive and go into Iraq. Secondly is the ideological battle for reform. The Islamic State did not come out of thin air. It came out of the ideologies being infused from Islamic theocracies like Saudi Arabia and Iran and Pakistan, Islamic republics that whip blasphemers, that kill apostates, that target women and others. This is an ideology that we have to counter. And in the West especially, Federica, Muslims are uniquely positioned in a laboratory to address these issues and reform and separate mosque and state and counter political Islam.
So when you say the coalition must strengthen, are you also saying that this fight against ISIS should mostly be an Arab nation fight as the UAE recommits its interest in fighting, as Jordan steps up its bombardment?
Well, I mean, the bizarre thing is that you have these Arab countries that are now moving in because they've been sucked in by ISIS's propaganda into a country where Assad is basically dominating. We have no intelligence. We don't know what's happening on the ground because Assad his military is preventing that from happening. So yes, in some ways, the Arab countries have to lead this, but in the others, they're going to be the last ones to really do the ultimate fix, because ultimately not only getting rid of ISIS, but regime change with Assad has to happen, and you have so many obstacles to that, including Hezbollah, Iran, and Jordan has two enemies, not only ISIS but Assad, so some of them are under-equipped to deal with the reality of what's happening on the ground in Syria.
Do you feel like leaders in Islamic states have felt kind of conflicted about, whether ISIS is more the enemy or if Assad is more the enemy? Is there a real distinction?
Well, this is the reason why the West, that has that third path of liberty, is the solution. Sure, the Arab countries are going to be conflicted. Saudi Arabia, which had 15 of the 19 hijackers in 9/11, was our allies, but yet they created these monsters. So, yeah, they're conflicted because the Islamists that they create through their petrodollars are, on the one hand, populist movements like the Brotherhood and others that are going to try to displace these monarchies and autocracies. On the other hand, the autocrats are going to want to control them, and it's sort of a yin and yang, back and forth of two sides of the jihadi coin.
Dr. Jasser, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Anytime. Thanks, Federica.
And we'll be right back after this.